when you think of boxing in America?
Everyone sort of around my age really wanted to box in America. You know, it was my dream. I was desperate to fight in America. You know, I'd sort of play out how I would want to win a world title. It was only a distant dream. I didn't ever really believe I would go out to the States and box. You know, I honestly didn't. For me, it was always the mecca of boxing.
Your welcome to America was Atlantic City. How did the Sergio Martinez fight come about?
I was asked a question from a follower, you know, how would I get on against Martinez and would you fight him? And I said, I would love to. I don't know how I'd get on, but it'd be a great experience and I'd give it everything. He was sort of in that who needs him gang, and a little bit like Golovkin has been, you know, people have tried to shy away from him, me included. But yeah, no one really wanted to know.
Exciting or daunting? Where's the balance, you think, of you going over for that fight? Where does it sit?
Good question. Good question. There was times it shifted, you know. He was the boss when it comes to everything. You know, he was the boss of the middleweight division. He was the boss of Atlantic City. He was the boss of the WBC. He was the main man. The public there and the press there were sort of laughing at me, saying, "Oh, who's this guy?" You know.
Is this your first fight in the States?
Yeah.
How are you all doing? It's nice to see this New York sun keeping my belt warm.
We done the face-to-face, the head-to-head, and he couldn't stop laughing. He could not stop laughing, but which made me laugh, and it became a bit of a joke.
It's a strange old place, isn't it?
It is.
Because it's sort of like Vegas, it's sort of like Blackpool.
My mates love it.
Yeah?
They love it. They love the dirtiness. There's a big outlet thing there, isn't there? A big outlet shopping there. So literally the whole of Barnet was wearing Ralph Lauren when we got.
Big underdog with the bookies, of course, and a lot of the American media are saying Darren who. And
I look forward to proving them wrong.
You said when you were younger, you visualised what it would be like winning a world title in America in a big fight. I reckon when you were visualising that, it was Michael Buffer introducing you to the crowd.
Yeah.
What happened there in the actual event?
I basically got bakered off. He missed out the yard, didn't he?
Dazzling Darren Barker!
I remember thinking, they don't know who I am. They have no clue. They just don't. And yeah, like you say, you got Martinez's name, right? Whenever I see him, he goes, "Hey, Baker." Always. I actually think he thinks I'm Darren Barker.
It's up to him tonight to make sure that everybody knows the name Darren Barker when this one finishes.
It was all going to plan. I was winning some of the early rounds. I busted his nose, and it was all going right. And it was a mad feeling because I can't remember feeling my legs, but I don't remember getting hit with a big shot.
Better from Barker. Not an awful lot of power there though, and Martinez looks to try and come back with something and does. And that was a clinical response, and I don't think Barker's getting up.
That's just taken everything away from Darren Barker. Well, he's behaved like a true champion, but full credit to Darren Barker.
I'm so disappointed, you know, a round and a half to go or whatever it was, but I think it showed in there that I truly believed I could win, and I don't know.
I remember going home, my face was a bit battered, and I got to the passport control at Heathrow, and the bloke said, "Can you take your sunglasses off?" And I went, "Like, what happened to you?" Yeah, it was nice to get home and see my daughter, and then sort of, kind of thought that would be it.
2 years later, somebody says Atlantic City once again.
Yeah.
Why were you so keen to get back into it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's redemption. There was a trilogy going on between England and Australia, I think with the rugby and the cricket. Eddie rings me up, you've got the Daniel Geale fight, it's back in Atlantic City, the Revel Casino. So I'm back going out to Atlantic City. Like I say, redemption. I knew what it was all like. I'd been to a weigh-in there, I'd been to a press conference there. Nothing was for the first time.
How were you different as a fighter and as a person when that fight came along?
Experienced.
You know, it's good to be back. A lot of people saying, "Oh, you know, do you want to be fighting in Atlantic City again after what happened last time?" Well, I do. You know, it'd be a bittersweet feeling, if you like, you know, coming here and winning the world title, which I truly believe I'm going to do, you know.
Sing a song.
any point when you're going through the fight build-up in Atlantic City where you think, I've been here before, here we go again?
There was no superstitious feeling like things were going to go wrong. It was more the other way around. Everything was on my side. I felt good about it. I felt good.
Until fight day?
Until fight day. I had a wobble on the day. I was like, you know, I'm talking rubbish. I'm not going to win. I've done a lot of guided meditation with a guy called Wayne Lill. He says, shut your eyes. And he goes, right, this fight is a story. And each chapter's a round. And I want you to visualise each round. And it was incredible, you know. And afterwards, I was like, I see my arm being raised. It was brilliant. I got in the ring, and then it was Geale's turn to do his ring walk, and they had a bloke playing the didgeridoo. And it went on for so long, it wound me up. It was probably the worst thing that could have happened for Geale, because I went from a really relaxed, calm, I'm ready to go, to just give me this extra percentage. I had this geezer playing this didgeridoo. It was winding me up. It was really winding me up.
Well, you don't have too much of a good thing. I think we need to get the introduction going here. We need to get Daniel Geale in this ring and get this fella out of here.
Was it nice when you went back over to America being called Darren Barker rather than Darren?
Yeah, well, again, he got it right.
Darren Barker.
My desire, my heart, my will to win. I knew he would struggle to keep with me. And it was, you know what, it was going all right. I was boxing out of character. I was doing all right until the 6th round.
Well, that's taken everything out of Darren Barker. What a disaster.
And Geale knows that the finish is on here. He must know this is it. Barker's got to hit back. It could be stopped if he doesn't. Barker's coming apart here.
Most people get hit with body shots. It's like a delayed reaction, but with that one, he caught me perfect, and yeah, I was straight down in the middle of the ring, in agony. It's hard enough being able to breathe boxing, but having completely no ability to be able to take in any oxygen was terrible.
You somehow managed to get up. What's going through your head at that point?
I could see visions of my brother telling me to get up. You're that close. Come on, it's only a body shot. You know, you can get up. And the vision of him and the memory of him and what we'd been through and what we dreamt of. You know, there was a shift in power, I guess, because he was that close to stopping me, and I was that close to getting, stopped. That at the end of the round, I come back and I'm on top, and it's mentally destroying really for Geale to be that close. You see me at the end of it, I put my arms out and say, right, I'm back in this. I'm back. Nothing's stopping me now. Nothing's stopping me.
That's an eye catcher for the judges right there.
He's just shown the heart of a lion tonight, Darren Barker.
Great work again. Geale does a bit of showboating. Barker is picking all the good shots. What an effort from Darren Barker. They're both celebrating though, but you never know until you hear those judges' scores read out.
You said that 9 seconds when you were down felt like a long time. How long did it feel between the final bell and the winner being announced?
Yeah, it did seem a long time. Nervous, very anxious, and then Buffer comes on the mic and he goes to scorecards, and
Alan Rubenstein scores at 114 to 113 for Geale. Barbara Perez scores at 116 to 111 for Barker. And Carlos Ortiz scores at 114.
So usually when you hear 114 first, it's one judge that way, one judge my way, then 114, it's a draw. Usually it's 114, 114, I'm thinking this is a draw. So straight away in my head, I'm a little bit gutted. It was a split-second feeling, I'm gutted.
To 113 for the winner. And no!
He's got it! Darren Barker, world champion!
Darren Barker.
They genuinely are sad tears. I'm gutted. And the reason I was so upset was because my life's work become dedicating that title to my brother. And on that day, in that very moment, it was like letting go of my brother. It was like saying goodbye. Like, I've done it now. I've dedicated it to you. And I was I was upset. Not many people know the journey I've been through. You know, it's been a real rocky story, but you know, I'll just dedicate this to my late brother. You know, everything I've done is for him, and Gary, this for you, mate. But obviously, the celebrations then made me realise what I'd been able to achieve, and seeing all my family getting out of the ring.
Let me go and have a drink somewhere.
Come on.
I got redemption. I'd done it. The next morning, we were travelling to New York. So we woke up in the morning, all my lot are going home, most of them. We can't find my granddad nowhere. We can't find him anywhere. He'd stayed out all night. He just fell asleep in the hotel. There was like where the lobby was, there was an outdoor sort of garden area. We couldn't find him anywhere. We found him asleep, slumped in his chair, and he had to go at us all saying, why didn't you celebrate? Oh, like, I always wanted one of these. I had a poster up on my wall when I was a kid of Mike Tyson. There's a picture of him with the IBF belt round him with a red crown on. And I always thought to myself, I would love to win the IBF belt.
Then I gave you a crown.
I've got no crown, mate. Nah. I thought Scar's going to bring me one. I'm still waiting for it.
Look, Daddy got sore, look. Daddy got sore. Give me a kiss. You give me a kiss. Mwah. Love you. I love you, baby.
Can you remember when
Bye.
I FaceTimed
See
you
you
after?
No.
See you
Can't remember,
soon.
no. You were proud of Daddy, didn't you?
Yeah.
You proud of me?
Yeah.
You don't want me to box again, do you?
No.
No, I'm not going to do it again. She looked at me very concerned then. But no, it is nice, you know, it's
I want you to.
you want your kids to be proud of you, and
I like
I hope
you to
one day.
I like
Really, I'm not.
I
No
like
more boxing. No more boxing.
Charlie likes Slappy.
Charlie likes Slappy.